So I'm going to be sharing today as part of our testimony. I'm going to share my testimony. Are you ready for my testimony?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, what is my testimony? Testimony is going to be a summary of how, as a youth, the Lord had mercy on me, and I had the encounter with Jesus, and how I got to be born again, to be saved and be born again. So, how did it happen? So I kind of grew up in I grew up in a Christian home. My mom and my grandmother, they were all Christians. So growing up, I spent a lot of time in the house of God in terms of serving. I was part of children's service and all that. So I was involved in quizzes, like Sunday school quizzes, a lot of Sunday school activities. Back home in Ghana, you have like Sunday school, we have our own services. We come in, we do the cleanup, setting up the place. We do that ourselves. And we play drums. Yeah, so that's how I actually learned how to play the drums. Not the other one, but the one with our hands.
The bongo?
Yeah, so we call like that. Yeah. So it was good. But along the line, I left my village where I was, my town. So I went to the big city, and fast forwarding, I started high school, and then whilst I was in high school, I kind of missed my way a little bit, and I started doing all the things that young fellas do. But I still love God. I'll go to church, and but I didn't know how to pray. Really, I didn't know how to read the Bible. And even if I did, well, I would say I didn't know. I knew how to read the Bible because of the quizzes, but it's not something that you would do habitually, like every day you take the Bible and you read and all that. Now, fast forwarding to the university, I got to the university. Okay, so high school, I was a little bit popular because I was a prefect. And back home, my school was one of the big high schools in Ghana. Yeah, you can Google us. The school is called Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. So it's very popular in Ghana, really, really huge. So if you have such a position, it's like really big, and almost like whenever we go out for inter-colleges games, all the juniors are within our supervision. And so the other schools will get to know that you are a prefect, and even our kind of dressing that we dress when we go out even shows that you are distinct.
What's a prefect?
As a prefect.
What is a prefect?
So I was a prefect is like a student leader. So I was in charge of grounds work and punishment and furniture. So I was like really, I had three major positions. It was really big, like really, really, really big. And then any time that the school someone will be punished from the disciplinary committee, I was the one who ensured that the punishment is meted out. So my position was very significant. You dare not mess with me. You would not mess with me. Yeah. Let me wrap up. Hold on your question. I'll take questions on that. Okay. So fast forwarding, when I went to the university, I had most of my mates and then my juniors, my mate there, and I went through the process, relationship wise. I got involved in a couple of them. Second year, I was an organizer. First year, second year, because when I was in the university, my schools, that's my high school. It's called an alma mater. It was a single sex school, so we had our female counterpart. But in the university, we come together to form an association. Okay, so let me put it this way. It was through that I engaged in a whole lot of things. I wasn't really interested in church and stuff like that. But once in a while on Sundays, I'll go to church. There was a female friend of mine. She was a coursemate. From day one that we got to school, we all kind of got to realize that we all had the same program. So she became my friend all the time, encouraging me, Kwaku, let's go to church. I said, Kwaku, let's go to church, set program here and there. And back home, I think I was sharing with you, Pastor Greg, back home in Ghana on campus, we have a lot of interdenominational and denominational, youth students that are from the various denominations that have come on campus. And so there are a lot of campus ministries. He is a huge thing, huge. You have thousands because like the university takes about some of the universities are 6,000, 5,000 and so on and so forth. So I was encouraged to come to church, but I never did. One day, I don't know what happened. She said, well, we are having a retreat on a Saturday morning. She said to me on Wednesday, Thursday, she mentioned it. Friday, we had a lecture. She also repeated it. And I don't know what happened. That morning, I just got up and went. While I was at the retreat, we were praying. So the retreat was done in a place like Springbank Park. We had on the campus, we had like a forest area, like a Springbank Park. So we were there praying, gathered together, praying and worshiping and singing and doing all of that. And so I was just there. They were in high spirit, and I was just watching. All of a sudden, something unusual happened to me there that I can't have the words to express it, but I guess I'm the only one who can explain it, but don't have the right words to have that expression. But what I know is all of a sudden, I could not stand on my feet. And all that I realized that I was on the floor and I was sobbing, I was crying, and I was just like, Lord, forgive me, and asking the Lord to forgive me, asking the Lord to have mercy on me, and it was just like that. And then I heard a hand touched me and said, the Lord will want to use you. You want to give your life to Him, He will use you, and He has saved you from something. Which in the interest of this place, I would like to just see that. So, and I knew what it was. And that was it. And from that time, they prayed for me at that moment. And from that time, I got connected well to that team. God connected me also to a lot of prayer, on-campus prayer groups and Bible studies groups. So this team helped me at my infant stage in terms of my faith. And then they helped me grow. And from that has been one growth to the other. So one of the things that I always encourage whenever I get a privilege to share this is it is very important to have a community of like-mindedness who love God, who understand and have that place of Jesus in their heart and are living for Christ. They will help you to be able to grow. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 17 says, iron sharpness iron, and so is the countenance of man. So yes, we get sharpened by the kind of community that we are introduced to. So I'm using this opportunity to also encourage everyone that the community that you find yourself, get connected well, and then the Lord will help your growth as you all grow together. God bless you.